Hi, I'm Sophie and welcome to my world. Today I have a really fun paper craft for you. This is like a three-dimensional paper craft and I call it the 3D hot air balloon. And I'm going to teach you how to make it right now. For this project, you will need assorted pieces of colored paper, white paper, scissors, tape, glue stick, our hot air balloon template, pencil, and a toilet paper tube. For the first step, I'm just going to have you cut out your hot air balloon template. This is going to make a large hot air balloon. This is going to make a smaller hot air balloon. So cut your template out right now. So I've got my template, and this next step, you're going to choose what colors you want for your balloon. Now, the most important thing is that you are going to need if you want to do this and have different colors, you'll want 3 different colors. So I'm going to choose the red, the green, and the blue there. And you are going to need a total of 5 cut balloons. So you're going to want 2 of one color, 2 of another color, and 1 of one color. So I'm going to choose for my one color, I'm going to choose the red to be my one color. And what you're going to want to do is take your balloon base here and trace around it and then cut it out. For the doubles, for each one that you're going to need 2, you should be able to get 2 from each one. And so I'm going to do 1 this direction, and I should be able to do 1 like this, but if your paper is a little too small, you should be able to do it upside down. So I'm just going to take this and put it as close to the bottom as possible there. And then I'm just going to trace around it with my pencil. And then I'm going to do so again. And like I said, I can get 2 side by side here, so that's fine. But if you couldn't and your paper was a little too small, you might want to put it like that. So I'll do 2 on my blue paper, and then on my red paper, I'm just going to do 1. So do that now, and then we'll go on to the next step. So once you have all of the tracings, cut each of the balloons out so that you end up with 5 balloons total. Once you're complete, you should have 5 balloons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of blue, 2 of green, and 2 of red in this case. So 2 of one color, 2 of another color, and 1 of one color. Now what you want to do is take your balloons and just fold them in half, almost like you're making a taco. So just fold them in half, each one. Now take your backer piece of paper. Your backer piece of paper is going to be the paper that you're going to mount your balloon on. And in this case, you want to figure out what your design is going to be. So I'm going to do 2 greens on the outside, then the blues with the red on the inside. So just figure out what you want your design to be. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the 2 greens in place wherever I want them on my paper. So decide, if you want them to be coming sideways or down below, or I'm going to put mine right up here at the top. And grab your glue stick. And what you want to do here is just separate this a little bit here. Flip your balloon up and over and put glue on the back side. Put it all over and then flip it back in place and glue it down. And just rub really good so that you make sure that that sticks really nice. And then take the other balloon, line it up, and this time just flip it closed so that the backside is facing up. Put your glue all over, and then just flip it back. Line the 2 up like a light bulb. Open this end up, and just rub, 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 rub. So now if you open this up, you've got kind of like a book here. Get your blues. And what you want to do is just line your blue up first here. And you're going to put your glue on this side. So put your glue. and place that right on top of the green. Make sure you line it up and rub, 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 rub. And do the same thing for the other side with the other blue. So you lay your blue like that, make sure you got it lined up, flip this over so that the side that you're going to glue is facing up. Flip it back onto the green, make sure you line it up. And rub, rub, rub. And now these are sticking together. It's kind of like the pages of a book. And the last one we're going to do here is the red one right in the center. And the thing about that's only difference about this red one is that you can just put glue all over the back of the red one, because the red one is going right in the center. So just put it right in the center like that and rub, 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 rub. And then when you open it up, you have your balloon. So now we're going to make the basket. For this step, you're going to need your toilet paper tube and just squeeze it a little bit so that it smooshes down, flattens out, and just cut it right down the middle. So we can actually get 2 baskets out of each one of these. And now what I want you to do is take your finger and just kind of measure down halfway and just start nipping little teeny snips, like little teeny fringe. Go all the way around and make sure you have your tape ready, because now, so see how you have all that fringy? Just take these little pieces and fold them down, straight down onto themselves like that. And now you've got your basket. So you want that tape real handy here, because you're just going to take your tape and tape this shut. And you can do 2 pieces of tape, one going that way and one going this way, just to make sure that it stays nice and secure. So we got our basket. And the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to tape it into place. So figure out where you want your basket. So I'm going to do mine right about there. And take a little piece of tape, place it on the inside of your basket so that it's half on, half off. So see, I've got half of the tape is on the inside, half of the tape is the outside. This is the sticky side, so that then I can just place it right underneath my balloon. And then take another piece of tape, do the same thing, but do this on the bottom to make it stay. So to make a bunch of clouds at the same time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold my paper up and onto itself. So I took the bottom edge and just fold it up and onto itself. And then I'm just going to cut right across here. And I'm going to fold this in half again, so that I end up with like kind of like a little book here. See the book? And if I was to open it up, you'd see you've got 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, 4 rectangles. So just close that. And now I can either draw, if I want to, my cloud. So I can just go and draw it, or I can cut it freehand, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut it. And I like to do a bumpity, bumpity, bumpity. And then sometimes I'd like to do a little bump, and then a bigger bump, and then a bigger bump, and then a little bump, and then a big bump. And sometimes I like to end with a big bump like that. So now when I pull it apart, I've actually got 4 clouds. And the best thing about this is I can figure out where I want my clouds to go before I glue them down. This is the best thing about these clouds, though, is I can take them off the page and I can go, oh, okay, I want that cloud there. And I can cut this little extra off. And then I can use this little extra bit to go someplace else, like over here. So it looks like my clouds are moving on past. That one I can do a small one here, right up there. And then I can even do one coming behind like that. And one up here like that. And to make it even more fun, you know what I'm going to do is cut this one long ways. And at the corner, and then that's going to be coming from that corner over there like that. I'm going to glue these in place and then I'll show you the next step. So the next step here is I'm going to put a little person inside. And to do that, I'm just going to take my piece of paper and figure out how high I can go up. So this is the bottom. So I'm just going to put a little mark there. And then I know I don't really want to go much higher than that. So that'll be good. So basically, if I can draw him within here. So I'm going to take a second here and draw a little person. Okay, so as you can see, I drew a little person that wasn't any taller or wider than my little rectangle that I made there. And now I'm going to color it in. Okay, so now I've got my little person all colored in. And the next thing I want to do is cut her or him or them out. And I'm going to cut it out so that the arms actually are cut in here. But the rest of it, I'm not going to worry about getting too close, but I do want to make sure that I cut the arms out, and I'll show you that in just a second. So let me cut it out and I'll show you what I mean. So there you can see I have my little person cut out, and this is what I meant about the arms being free. But see, there's a little bit of white around the head there. That's okay. And the reason that I have the arms cut out is because that way I can stick the little arms out of the basket like that, and it'll look like he's actually flying in the basket. So to put him in the basket, I'm just going to take a little piece of tape and I'm going to put it on the feet. So I'm going to do this, line it up with his feet and do it so that the sticky side is facing out this direction. And then I'm just going to stick him in with his little arms facing out and just secure him in place. And now I've got a fabulous hot air balloon. And there you have it, your very own hot air balloon. Now, one of the things that's really fun about this project is that you can use all kinds of different materials. Like you might want to make yours a night sky version. That's fun. Or one workshop that I did, instead of using colored paper, they used newsprint, and it was really, really neat. It looked really cool. And one even used magazines, and that was cool. So play with it, have fun, make yourself an entire sky full of hot air balloons. For more paper crafts, check us out, Sophie-World.com.